the intro
Yeah.
blurb. Hello and welcome to the Lane Community College women's basketball live stream. We're about 9 minutes away from tip off, so bear with us for a couple more minutes and then we'll get you to action straight away here on the Bushnell on the Lane live stream. Hello and welcome to the Lane Community College Women's Basketball live stream. My name is Jacob Salau, joined here by Live Bergthold. And since it's the last home game of the regular season, the Titans are recognizing their sophomores, and first to come out is Sarah Ball. Sarah Ball is the 6-foot guard out of Albany, Oregon. And she's played in 27 games, put up 6.7 points, along with 5.2 rebounds, 1.3 assists on 49.7% shooting.
Well, she's been a ton of fun to watch all year. They used her kind of back and forth with Chloe Daniels. Her moves in the post have been really fun to watch. She's just an incredible player and really an offensive powerhouse, too, getting the ball down the post there.
Next out was Morgan Cooper, 5'9" from Belt, Montana. 27 games played for her with 5 points, 2.9 rebounds, 2.5 assists on the season, 33.8% shooting from the field, 21.1% from three.
Morgan Cooper, another fun player. In the starting lineup, they use her, from distance in the three-point line. They just announced Bella Hamill as well as Sierra Shepley, so we're really working our way through the offensive haymakers here in this team. And
haymakers, I think, is the exact right word I would use. Bella Hamill, Sierra Shepley, absolute dominance on both ends of the court for them. Hamill averaged 18.7 points this season. Sierra Shepley, 13.5. And both of them shooting above 40% from the field and 40% from three. Truly, two of the reasons why their offense has been so powerful this season.
And if you're plugged into Oregon sports, you're going to see a lot more of Hamill and Shepley. Hamill, obviously, University of Oregon commit. She'll be moving down the street to play at Matthew Nutt Arena. Sierra Shepley announcing last week she had committed to Southern Oregon University. So a little farther down the road, but you'll be able to watch her as well in the area. So two players whose careers are just getting started.
Yeah, it'll be really exciting to see where they go from here, but they still have this game ahead of them. Last game of the regular season, like I mentioned earlier, and just the last game that they played, they clinched at least part of the Southern Regional title, and I believe it's a little complicated, but I believe with this game and a loss from Clackamas, I think it's guaranteed that it is theirs for sure, without a doubt, and regardless, they're going to go on to the playoffs over up in Washington. But first, they got to take care of Mount Hood.
Yeah, it's going to be a fun matchup. Still something to play for if you're Lane. Like you said, they have a half-game lead on Clackamas, so they have a spot in the playoffs guaranteed. They haven't clinched the division title because their sole loss of the season was to Clackamas. So they split the season series with Clackamas. Clackamas is a 2-loss team, Lane a 1-loss team. So still something to play off. So we're seeing most of the normal starting lineup for these Lane Titans.
Yeah, and so Mount Hood team the starting lineup, came out onto the court. It's a familiar crew of Journey Conard, the guard, Marley Johnson, Kylie Hoylman, Sydney Knutson, and Michaela Patterson out on the court. And now the Titans are coming out, and a lot of familiar faces if you've been tuning into the live stream here with us. Tony Coleman, Morgan Cooper, Sierra Shepley, Bella Hamill, and Sarah Ball all making the start. And what can we say? It's been a minute since I've been on a broadcast. I'm excited to get back to broadcasting some Lane women's basketball. I don't know about you, Levi.
It's going to be a good one. Like you mentioned, the sole difference in the normal starting lineup for Lane, Sarah Ball in the spot normally occupied by Chloe Daniels. Chloe Daniels did warm up, and she is dressed for the game, but looks like we're going to see Ball with the start tonight on sophomore day.
And we're just about to get ready for tip-off. Sarah Ball in the circle with Michaela Patterson. Bobbled around, and Hamill able to come away with it, gives it quickly to Cooper, and she's moving up the court with speed. Kicks up to Shepley on the right wing. Loses the ball, but able to corral it just about at the half-court line. Gives it back to Coleman now. Skip pass over. Thought about a shot, didn't take it. Drives inside, but kicks it back out to Hamill. That's Shepley. Now Shepley driving away inside, puts up a tough shot, and rolls in off the glass.
There's a sea of hands there. Shepley got to the basket and put that shot up. Great movement with the ball.
And now the Saints coming quickly down the other way now. On the right wing is Hoylman, working against Hamill. She gets a screen. A couple passes around now in the right corner is Knutson. Back up to the top of the key. Back to Knutson in the corner for three. No good on that one. Hamill comes away with the rebound.
Good look, great ball move to get an open three. Just could not get it to fall.
And Hamill already skip pass over to the right corner. Now back to Hamill on the right wing. Working against the defender, gives it to Coleman on the left wing. She drives her way inside, kicks it out to Shepley. Shepley takes a jumper and is fouled. Unable to get the shot off, but free throws now coming up.
Yeah, the little jump stop she does where she pulled up the shot there, the defense ran right into her. So able to draw the foul. We're going to get our first free throw attempts of the game.
First free throw is good for Shepley, and the Titans are pretty decent when it comes to free throw shooting. Just about 69% on the year so far, and for the first two, Shepley makes the first one. Let's see if she can make it perfect so far on the day. And she does. 4 points now for Lane as they're leading against the Saints with just about 8:40 left to go. Mount Hood now coming down the other way. Hoylman driving her way inside. Looked like Lane wanted to travel. A three doesn't fall, and Coleman grabs the rebound. She passes up ahead to Hamill, who nearly loses it, but is able to get it inside to Shepley. Driving her way to the net. Tries to get a ball pass to ball, not a ball to pass. Now Saints coming the other way.
Just a broken possession there on the fast break attempt for Lane. Ended up in a turnover.
Under the post, gets blocked away by Morgan Cooper as she gets it ahead to Tony Coleman. Coleman driving her way inside and is hard fouled onto the ground.
On the prior possession, you heard head coach of the Saints yelling, "That's a foul," and that definitely was a foul. Morgan Cooper got all wrists there. Got away with that one on the ensuing possession. Coleman able to draw the foul there.
So not going to call it a shooting foul, but Lane will retain possession here. Just about 8 minutes left to go in the first quarter. And the ball gets kicked away. That one went flying.
We'll reset, try again.
It's kind of impressive how far it went.
Only to the second row.
Lane now to inbound once again. Gets it inside to Hamill, who's swarmed by Sea defenders. Still puts up a shot, but that one doesn't go. Rebounded by the Saints. Now pushing it up the court. Coming the other way is the Saints. Hoylman driving her way to the net. Oh, excuse me, that's Johnson. Now Conard takes a three of her own, but it doesn't fall for her.
Another nice look there. A couple nice looks for the Saints. Haven't been able to get the three ball to fall yet.
Now skip pass over to the right corner and a whistle blown. Looks like Shepley stepped right out of bounds, and it feels like anytime a player's in that far right corner, their heel just finds its way onto the line, and they're just called out of bounds.
Yeah, we've seen that call all year, and there's something about that far side. On both sides of the court here, players really struggle to find the distance on that corner.
Spin move for Hoylman. She kicks it out to her teammate. That's Patterson. She can't find the net. Coleman grabs the rebound. It's now coming the other way. She's pushing the pace. Puts up a shot, and that one rolls in softly off the rim.
I think she was anticipating the foul. Didn't get the call, but able to get the shot to fall anyway. Nice move there by Coleman.
Now Conard gives to Hoylman. Trying to look for a teammate, but good defense from the Titans as she gets an inside pass, and that one goes.
And that all happened because Morgan Cooper fell down on the play. Hamill tried to switch over, was a second too late.
And a three from the Titans is no good. That was Shepley on the shot. The ball rolls out of bounds. Looks like they're going to give this one to the Saints.
The Titans like to go fast on offense. They like to move in transition. That's where you're going to see Coleman sprinting down all the time. That time they pull up for a quick three from Shepley. It's can't get to convert.
And now the Saints going quickly themselves. Conard has it. She gives it off. Driving her way inside the paint. Now to the right corner is Patterson. Top of the key for Johnson. She slows down the pace. 10 seconds left on the shot clock. Knutson at the top of the key. Hands off to Conard. 3 seconds left. She's going to need a shot off. She puts one up. In and out. Nearly goes in, and Coleman grabs the rebound. She stripped that one away from Sarah Ball.
And now we're seeing Coleman in transition again.
Now Cooper trying to drive her way inside, but a whistle's blown. They're going to call this one on Marley Johnson for the Saints, and a substitution now coming in as Mackenzie Kosamicki is checking in, and Brianna Lewis also. Titans to inbound with just about 6:04 left to go, and an inside pass. Good for 2 points from Bella Hamill.
And Hamill's had a couple slow offensive games here, so I'm going to be interested to see, as the foul's called and Coleman in the backcourt, I'm interested to see if they try to feed Hamill more, try to give her rhythm, if she's going to take her foot off the pedal, how she responds. You know, great players, they respond when they're having a couple tough offensive games, so keep an eye on Hamill and see how they're going to use her today.
Now foul from Coleman allows the Saints to inbound it. on their side of the court. 8-2 is the score as Lane is leading as Patterson is fouled on the shot.
They're going to get an offensive foul there, actually.
Oh,
I also thought that was on ball, but
yeah, it looked
all
like
the
a
players
shooting
are
foul,
going
but-
the other way, so.
Titans coming the other way, leading 8-2. Hamill gets it inside the ball. Back to Coleman now. Looks like she was aiming for Cooper and just hit Coleman in the face, and it looked like she wasn't even ready for the ball.
Coleman's so used to jumping passing lanes for the other team. She might have jumped her own passing lane there, and she intercepted the ball, traveled in the process.
Yeah, Morgan Cooper was wide open in the corner. That could have been a 3 right there. She shoots just about 21.1% from the three-point line. You know, not the best shooter on the Titans team, but with a wide open look like that, you'd imagine that she'd probably pull that one.
And Coleman almost came with another steal there on the inbounds.
And Ball knocked that one away. Oh, no, it's going to be a foul,
They're going
actually.
to get ball for the foul on that one. Jumped that one a little too hard.
It's interesting to see. It's still the first quarter. They're leading 8-2, and a full court press as the Saints try to send it across the court. But after a short scuffle, Hamill comes away with it. Now Cooper's pushing the pace. Get off to Hamill on the wing. From the corner for 3. No good as that one bounces over.
And that time, all 5 players were bunched in the backcourt, so they selected for a deep full court pass like a quarterback to no one. Ended up in the hands of the Titans.
Nice fake pass there. Couldn't get the shot to go off the glass. And it looks like Kosmicki's fouled on the shot, so she's going to go to the line for free throws. And some substitutions. Chloe Daniels is going to check in for the Titans. And Holly Meek checked in for the Saints. As the first free throw is good. Score is now 8-3. Lane is still leading. Just about 5.5 minutes left to go in the first quarter.
Keep paying attention to how these teams are moving. St. Hood, Mount Hood, the Saints, they played a game yesterday that was moved due to inclement weather, and the Titans are on their 3rd game of the week.
And Coleman's tripped up as she's coming up the court. Now the Saints have a 2-on-1, but Coleman's able to steal it away. Now Hamill has the ball, gives it back to Coleman on the far side of the court. Skip pass up ahead, that's Cooper with it. Now gives it off to Shepley. Driving her way inside, knocks a defender down, and they're going to call it for a charge.
Yeah, Shepley, a touch too aggressive there driving inside. But the point I was making was Mount Hood, they played a game yesterday. Lane's on their 3rd game of the week, so exhaustion might be a factor for both these teams. Keep an eye on turnovers, substitutions, how that's going to look for, again, both of these squads.
Now Shepley went to take a seat. Lainey DeLynn came in for the Titans as we just passed, or now we're under 5 minutes left to go in the first quarter. 8-4 still the score for the Titans. As the Saints pull-up jumper, that one's no good off the corner from Meek. And Hamill's now coming the other way. Pass up ahead to Cooper. Driving away inside. Gives off to the left wing. For 3, it's good. Count that one for Lainey DeLynn, her first points of the game. Hoyleman now loses the ball. Hamill tried to poke it away, but Hoyleman fell on top of her. It looks like they're going to keep this with the Saints.
Bella Hamill leaving it all on the court there. I mean, full extension, dive out. By my eye, she took a knee to the head there in the process, leaving nothing left in the last game of the season here, or last regular game of the season.
Regular season game, and, you know, as much as you want to put it all out on the court, you know, you still have the playoffs to look forward to, so you don't want to go too hard, yet, you know, risking injury when, you know, the championship is so close, and a timeout's going to be out on the court. Just about 4:29 left to go in the first quarter. Lane is leading 11-4, and they've been playing pretty physical on defense. I think, like we were just talking about, Bella Hamill right there, and we even see almost a full court press on almost every inbound in the last couple of minutes against the Saints.
Yeah, they've been super aggressive all year, as a matter of fact. We've seen them with the full court press. They like to be aggressive on defense. They've already racked up 5 fouls through just about 5.5 minutes of play. The results are on the court, though. I mean, let's Mount Hood, they're shooting 1 of 8 from the floor. They turned the ball over 3 times. So it's showing, the pressure is showing on this Mount Hood squad.
And this matchup is a really interesting one. Lane, one of the best defending and scoring teams in their conference. They are first in points per game allowed against them at 50.1. The Saints, on the other hand, are ranked 33rd in field goals made, attempted, and percent at 31.7%. They only score about 57.8 points a game. A tough matchup here for the Saints is they're going to have some free throws coming up for Kylie Hoyleman.
Yeah, Mount Hood certainly has a mountain to climb here, going against the best, one of, if not the best, squads in the conference. And statistically, it's a really bad matchup for them. But to be fair, not too many teams match up well with the talent that Lane brings to bear. I think if you're Mount Hood, you're saying, hey, the Lanes look sluggish this week. They've had a couple kind of ugly wins, and you're going to want to try to capitalize that early.
And no free throws fall for the Saints, so the score is still 11-4 as Coleman tries to get a Euro step, but is fouled. But I think they're going to call this on the defense. I couldn't quite tell.
They
Like
did get the call on the defense there. Saints can't believe it.
Yeah, and it looked like Coleman kind of jumped into the defender trying to do a Euro step. And so, we're a bit further back. We're up on the second floor. The Titans right now are on the opposite end of the court away from us, so it's a bit hard to tell when they're on that side.
Certainly a bang-bang call, but I think it got the defense there. The player wasn't fully set, so generally in that situation, the call is going to go in favor of the offensive player.
And Coleman's first free throw is good. Score is now 12-4 for the Titans. Second one rolls in as well. 13-4 now. Coleman, so far, has 4 points on the day. Now Hoyleman for the Saints. Gives it off to Knutson. Now at the top of the key for Lewis. Get off to the right wing now for Hoyleman again. Had a man in the paint, didn't decide to go for it. Now at the top of the key, gonna take a three here. That one doesn't bounce in. Coleman grabs the rebound again. She's pushing the pace up the court. Gives it off. From the right corner, that one's good. Lainey DeLynn, her second three so far of the game since she's come in.
And that all starts off the Coleman penetration. Coleman's speed and transition opens up the three-pointers for the rest of the team.
16-4 is the score now. Lane is still leading as a foul is going to be called. This one's on the Saints.
Yeah, they're going to get Hoyleman on the infraction there. Coleman was just face guarding her so much that Hoyleman tried to clear out space with her elbows, which is a foul there. It's an offensive foul called due to the defensive pressure from Coleman.
Now Coleman taking it up the court for the Titans. Nearly double team, but she gets a skip pass over to the left corner. Now to Hamill on the left wing. Back to the corner. Another three, this time from Cooper. That one doesn't fall.
Great look, great pass there from Hamill. Cooper can't get that shot to fall, but great move to penetrate, then kick it back out.
Hoyleman now driving herself into the paint. Doesn't find it off the glass, and Hamill comes away with the rebound. Hamill now pushing it up the court. Skip pass over to the right corner. And inside to Daniels, but she's unable to grab onto the ball. Saints now coming the other way.
That bullet went right through Daniels' hands there. I'm sure she'd like to want to have that one back. Good pass, just couldn't corral it in the post.
2:42 left to play in the first quarter. Lane is still leading 16-4. Inside pass to the paint is blocked away. There's two Titans there. It was Chloe Daniels and Lainey DeLynn. I couldn't quite see who had their hand on the ball, but one of them smacked that ball away.
It was a great backdoor cut by Knutson there. And the bounce pass, really nice vision. Just great recovery by the Titans there.
And Hamill able to steal away the inbound. Now Daniels driving her way inside into the paint, trying to get a Euro step, but tumbles and loses the ball. Saints now coming the other way. Driving into the paint, off the glass, no good. Hamill grabs the rebound. That was Brianna Lewis on the shot. Now pass it up ahead to Cooper. Now the left wing. DeLynn again from three. That one doesn't fall. Titans able to grab their own rebound. Now Cooper in the left corner is called out of bounds, I believe. I think her heel just barely hit the line.
And you're again seeing how fast Lane goes in transition to be able to get open shots. There the shot doesn't fall, but they're getting good looks because they go quickly, they penetrate inside, and then do a great job of kicking the ball out to open shooters.
Just about 2 minutes left to go in the first quarter. Conard driving her way into the paint. No good on that one. Unable to grab her own rebound, and the Titans now coming the other way. Hamill has it at the top of the key. Gives it off to DeLynn. Into the paint now for Sheridan. Now the right wing. From three, that's Cooper. No good on that one. That was actually Taryn Powers, I believe, on the shot.
And Sheridan was able to click the rebound, but a foot was out in the process there. So both teams got some nice looks from three, but neither team shooting it with particular efficiency. Mount Hood 0 of 4, Lane 2 of 7.
Yeah, but Lane's still able to hold on to a lead. 16-4 is their score so far. Just about 1:33 left to go in the first quarter. Now Hoylman, inside pass, batted around, but Kosmicki able to corral it. She drives it into the paint, off the glass, no good. Try to get her own rebound, but they're going to give this one to the Titans.
Yeah, it was a real nice move there by Kosmicki there. A little hesitation. The defense kind of flowed with the play, and then she went the opposite direction. Had to look at the baskets, couldn't get to fall. Saints now 1 of 13 from the field.
And so Lainey DeLynn is going to go to the line for some free throws, and so far she's leading the Titans in scoring. 6 points, both shots coming from the three-point line. She's 2 of 3 so far in the game as she gets that first one. So she's now at 7 points. Lead is bumped up 17-4. Second one falls as well. And the Titans now lead 18-4 as we're ticking towards the last minute or so of the first quarter. Now Conard, fake pass to the corner, puts up a shot. That one goes in, but she's called for the travel. And sorry, excuse me, that was actually Mackenzie Kosmicki on the shot.
That's such a gut punch, for a team that's really struggling to find offense, to finally get a bucket to go, they get called for the travel in the process. It was the right call, but it's a real gut punch.
And now Shepley handling the ball for the Titans. Did it off to the left wing, nearly bobbled around, but DeLynn able to corral it. Now Cooper in the right corner, back to DeLynn. Inside to Sheridan now. Right corner from 3. That's Cooper. That one doesn't fall. Under a minute now left to go in the first quarter. The Saints coming the other way quickly. Puts up a shot off the glass. No good, but is called for the foul. That one's going to be a charging. Calling that one on Holly Meek.
Referees loudly explaining that one to head coach Alex Brown.
And it looks like they're going to want to talk it over. I'm not sure if this is a timeout from the Titans or the Saints, or if the refs are taking time to talk over that play. But regardless, the Titans here in the last couple of seconds of the first quarter, 18-4 is their lead. And, even though they're not shooting well, they've been able to build a pretty sizable lead.
They absolutely have. It's going to be interesting to watch the chess match develop between these two coaches, head coach Greg Shealy for the Titans, head coach Alex Brown for the Saints. On that most recent possession where Lane had the ball, the Saints rolled out a really interesting defense where they abandoned all pretense of guarding the rim. They were double and triple teaming deep in the backcourt, just hounding the perimeter guard players. Part of the reason is Lane doesn't have Ball or Daniels in the game at this point, so they're two most prolific post players on the bench. The Saints know they're only guarding guards out there, players more comfortable at the perimeter, so they abandoned the rim. It didn't result in any points for the Titans. They did a good job kind of counteracting, passing the ball around, finding the open woman, but it's going to be interesting to see how that chess match develops. If the Saints continue to hound at the perimeter, if Shealy and the Titans are going to go more aggressive in the post, feed Daniels and Ball inside.
And it's been a very physical game. So far, both teams have, the Titans have 5 fouls. It says 5 on the scoreboard for Mount Hood, but I believe what they're talking over is who the foul was on the previous play, like if it was, what player it was for the Saints. But regardless, in just the first quarter, a very physical showing out here from both teams.
And the referees continue to discuss this one. There seemed to be some confusion on the initial call where a couple of them discussed it briefly. Then the charge was called. They're still talking it over, but regardless of this possession, Lane is up 14 points. They're up big here. And Mount Hood's going to need to start stringing together stops and scores quickly. They're going to want to figure this out.
And so the ref goes to the scorers table. The ball is coming towards the sideline closest to us.
And this will stay Titans ball.
Yes, the Titans are going to inbound this one with just about 40 seconds to go.
And it's only the first quarter, but I would say the Saints really need to start stringing together some points here, some stops, try to keep this one in play, keep this one at least competitive going into the second quarter.
Now Shepley bringing the ball up the court, double teamed at about the half-court line, gets it up to DeLynn. She loses the ball, but whistle's blown. They're going to call this one on the Saints.
It's always a special moment of the game where both head coaches are mad. Head coach Brown for the Saints, very angry on the call. Head coach Shealy Looks like he wanted that ball to get out of that area quicker. Wanted Shepley to dump that one off faster than she did.
And now DeLynn is going to come back to the line for 2 more free throws as that first one's good. She made her first 2 earlier, and right now she is leading the team in scoring. That puts her up at 9 points now. This will be her 10th, and she gets it. 30 seconds left to go. The Saints bringing the ball up the court. Trying to look for some last-minute points before the end of the first quarter as Hoylman drives her way into the paint, but that one's knocked away. Sheridan grabs the rebound, or the block, I guess. But she loses the ball, and now coming back the other way is the Saints. This time Hoylman gives it inside to Kosmicki. She brings it back outside. Konar takes a jumper. That one doesn't fall. Saints grab their own rebound. 2 seconds left to go. A three-pointer sails under the rim, and that'll signal the end of the first quarter here. Lane is leading 20-4 against Mount Hood, and what a first quarter it's been.
I mean, we've seen this story before where Lane jumps out to a big game. They really seem to love those first and third quarters, right? They're a big haymaker team coming out of the game and coming into the half. Sheridan, a really nice play there to end the period there where she got the block, had the ball, but they never really cleanly possessed the ball, lost it, and they're able to escape without giving up any points on that turnover. But the Saints really, I mean, on offense, they pass the ball a lot, but really haven't had much success passing interior. A lot of perimeter passing, a lot of handoffs that don't result in anything. They're going to need to start gaining penetration and kicking out. And, I mean, more than anything, they're going to need to get those shots to start to fall. They had some decent shot looks, but they're 0-5 from 3, and they're 1 of 17 from the floor. You're going to need to start getting some shots to fall if you want points to the board. It's the most basic form of basketball, but it's necessary.
Only one player for the Saints has made a field goal. That's Marley Johnson. She's got 2 points. Mackenzie Kosmicki is the other player to score for the Saints. She got hers from 2 free throws. And Marley Johnson, she is the leading scorer for the Saints. She averages just about 14.1 points per game. And so far, she's been stifled by this physical Titans defense. And now both teams coming back out onto the court. The Saints will have possession here. Konard bringing the ball up the court. She gets it inside to Patterson, and Coleman is able to steal the ball away. And now the Titans coming the other way. Skip pass to Shepley. She's going to take a jumper. That one falls.
Coleman playing as a free safety there, just left her player, saw an opportunity to steal the ball from behind it, and it worked perfectly.
22-4 to start the second quarter now, as the Saints are going to try to get some points on the board. Hoylman gets it inside to Patterson. She spins around, tries to get a shot up off the glass, doesn't go, and Hamill grabs the rebound and is fouled.
Hamill, despite only being 5'9", averages those 12 rebounds a game because of plays like that where she's physical to the ball, first one there, and able to rip it away and draw the foul in the process.
Now the Titans, Shepley is trapped in the corner, tries to bounce it off a Saints defender and is successful. And she was hounded by 2 players right there in the corner.
And we're seeing those aggressive double teams again in the backcourt from the Saints. This time, though, keep in mind, ball is in the game, and ball is really comfortable in the post there. So see how quickly Lane tries to get it inside to her if the double teams continue.
Now Coleman with it. Hands it off to Cooper at the top of the key. Back to Coleman now. Inside to Ball. Drives her way inside for the shot. That one banks in off the glass. Now Kosmicki driving her way into the paint, puts up a shot off the glass too hard, and Ball grabs the rebound. Now going up ahead, Coleman, left wing, gives it off to Hamill. Top of the key, fake shot for the 3. No good on that one. Cooper grabs the rebound. Second chance is no good. And the Saints are able to grab the rebound there.
The Saints were trying to score in transition there, but 5 white jerseys got back. By the time only 2 black jerseys did. Great job in transition D there to really get back and just give nothing easy up to the Saints.
Now inside pass off the glass is good and one. A nice shot right there from Cha-Cha Ramirez.
And Shepley got a little greedy there. She went for the double team, and then as soon as the pass went to her open man, she doubled back and just hacked. The worst possible situation where you leave your person over and then you come back, try to get back on defense and foul in the process.
And that second free throw just very short. So, or the only free throw, excuse me, 'cause she made it. So the free throw sailed short, but Mount Hood able to score for the first time in the second quarter as Coleman bringing the ball up the court, gets the ball poked away.
I guess say last touch by Coleman, too.
And so now the Saints going to be coming down again with possession.
And there's the double team in the backcourt. That time it works. Put the pressure on Coleman, and she makes a mistake.
Now Kosmicki with the ball, gets it to the right corner. That's McCray. Top of the key now for Patterson. She drives her way inside, up and under, off the glass, and that one's good. Count that one for McCray as the lead's now 24-8 for the Titans.
Really sweet up and under move there. Get that one to go.
Inside to Ball now, fouled on the shot, and she gets it. No call, though. Looks like she got folded up when she put up the shot. Able to find the bottom of the net, and now the lead is back to 26-8. Now in the left corner, McCray driving her way inside, tries to get it up to Patterson. She loses it, able to get it back now as the Saints start to slow down. Now Ramirez, he's out to the right wing for three. In and out, no good on that one as Coleman grabs the rebound. 7:19 left to go as DeLynn is on the left wing, gives it back to Coleman. Now up to Ball, inside the paint, kicks it out to Hamill. That's a jumper. No good on that one. Ball trying to grab the rebound and is tangled up with a Saints defender. And it looks like they're going to call her on a foul.
She can't believe the call, but she had a clean little strip there to get the rebound out of the hands, but her momentum carried her directly into the Saints player, and that's when they got the foul on.
7:05 left to go in the second quarter. That's Conard working against Coleman. Gets it inside to Patterson. Kicked it out to the left corner and lost the ball. Brianna Liu was just unable to hold on to that. No defender was even close.
Unforced error there, certainly. That's the last thing you can afford when you're trailing big, is to kind of give away possessions there. So Saints are going to need to start tightening up his possessions. Here comes a triple team in the backcourt.
And Coleman trying to work against the defense. Gets it out to the right wing for Dillon. Skip pass over to the left corner. No shot taken as Hamill now takes a jumper of her own, but that one doesn't find the net. Saints now coming the other way. Hoylman gets it over to the left wing for Conard. Now to Ramirez. Back to Conard. She calls for a play. Patterson now in the paint. Up and under once again. That one falls. Nice move right there from Michaela Patterson.
Patterson's body Daniels in that play. Really nice physical play inside.
And now the three from Dillon is no good. Patterson able to grab the rebound. Now Conard coming the other way. Driving her way into the paint. Puts up a shot, but that one doesn't even find the rim or the backboard. Dillon now pushing the pace up the court. She's going to take it herself, but unable to control the ball. And that one sailed out of bounds.
Yeah, a couple calls have gone against the Saints that looked like a foul in my book as the player dove to the rim. They couldn't get the call there. And there, Dillon just ran out of space, was honestly bailed by that possession, by that ball getting tipped out. Easily could have been a turnover.
Now Taryn Powers checks into the game for Coleman. She has the ball. 5:48 left to go and a whistle's blown. I didn't quite see what happened there.
I think they're going to get Lewis in the infraction. Just a touch too physical, it looks like.
And so now the Titans still to inbound as they lead 26-10. Powers has it again now. Over to Cooper. She nearly loses it, and she does. Now the Saints are coming the other way. Pushing it into the paint. Hoylman puts up a shot. That one sails over the rim and rebounded by the Titans.
That might not have been a clean block by Daniels, but she certainly affected that shot. She was the reason that shot was wide.
Now inside for Hamill. Second pass to Daniels. Finds the open woman. Gets the easy points. And now the lead is extended to 28-10.
Hamill had a look at the rim there, but just great unselfishness. Bounce pass, one extra pass, go from a good shot to a great shot. Gives it to Daniels.
Now working in the paint. No good on that one off back iron, and the Titans are going to come the other way now. And a full court press once again. And Daniels loses her dribble, so she gives it off to Hamill. Now in the left corner. Back to Hamill. Inside to Daniels now. Skip pass to Dillon. She's been good so far from three, but can't find it on that one. Saints now coming the other way. Hoylman gives it to Johnson. Pump fake for 3, but that one bounces off the rim. Patterson able to grab the rebound. Now Hoylman driving her way inside. Back up to the top of the key for Johnson. 8 seconds on the shot clock. Hoylman has it out the elbow. Driving her way into the paint. Trying to spin around, put up a shot off the glass, but can't find the rim. And a whistle was blown, so she's going to head to the line for some free throws.
The Saints just don't have the spacing they want on these plays where they're getting 3 or 4 black jerseys in the paint. What that does, that draws the defense inside. When they do drive inside, multiple players coming with it, it affects the spacing. Compare that to the cleaner offense the Titans been able to put out today, where 1 or 2 person will drive inside, leave 2 or 3 shooters outside, be able to kick it out there for wide open threes. Saints are going to need to tighten that up on offense. And again, it's the point we're going to keep making. They've gotten some decent looks. They really have, and unable to convert. Part of that is a credit to the defense, who've done a great job recovering from whatever mistakes are made. And part of it, before that offensive rebound, Cooper and Hamill got confused on a switch. They both went with the player without the ball. It results in a wide open 3. Unable to convert it. Looks like that are going to come back to haunt the Saints if this deficit continues.
Yeah, and speaking of the shooting struggles, the Saints so far, 4 of 27 on the day, 14.8%. And the Titans, meanwhile, shooting 9 of 24. That's 37.5%. So a big difference in their shooting numbers. And that's partly the reason why the lead has been so big. 28-10 is the Titans' lead as they get ready for the Saints to take their free throws.
The Titans are shooting below their season averages, so credit to the Saints there for forcing the Titans into some uncomfortable looks, but they just haven't been able to score on the other end to convert and be able to tighten up this game.
So Kylie Hoylman goes to the line and sinks her first free throw. That'll be Hoylman's first points of the game so far. The second free throw is no good off back iron, as attempting to get the rebound for the Titans, but unable to corral it, and Knutson was the closest Saints defender. They're going to give this one to the Saints. Now with the possession again, just about 4 seconds left to go. A jumper from the free throw line is way short. That was Holly Meek on the shot.
She was trying to get rid of that ball, just ran out of options, kind of forced into taking that mid-range jumper.
Which was interesting because, the possession just started again. There was plenty of time on the shot clock to try to find something as Hamill's pass goes to absolutely nowhere. And the Saints are going to be coming down the other way.
Yeah, Hamill was expecting Cooper to be there, but Cooper was cutting back to the ball there. Results in a turnover.
Now Meek with it, hands it off, and the ball is poked away, and looks like they're going to keep this with the Saints. "15 seconds on the shot clock. 3:35 left to go in the second quarter. As Meek drives her way inside, gets it out to the corner for Knutson. Now the right corner for 3 wide open. That one doesn't bounce in.
A great job by Sheridan there, who had the speed to double the ball handler, cut back out to Knutson and stay with her.
And a nice pass from Hamill to find Daniels inside the paint, but unable to get the shot, and both teams try to come away with a rebound.
It looked like that shot was blocked, and then Daniels able to recover, but results in a held ball.
And so the Titans are going to keep possession here. Just about 3:12 left to go. Daniels has it on the left wing. Now up to Hamill. Back to Daniels. She takes a jumper. Why not? And that one misses the rim. 3:03 left to go in the second quarter, as Hoylman pushes the pace for the Saints. I get it off to the left wing for Johnson. Now the top of the key for Knutson. Back to Hoylman now. 10 seconds to go on the shot clock. Driving her way inside is Knutson. Puts up a shot. A whistle is blown. She's going to be fouled on the shot. And she's going to go
get Sheridan for that foul there. A touch too aggressive. I mean, that's the story we said all day, right? Is that Lane's going to be aggressive on defense, and the result is going to be some fouls. I think that they're fine with that, especially if the Saints keep struggling from the free throw line. But the other result, besides the fouls, is the Saints have only scored 11 points through almost 2 quarters of play.
The first and second free throw is no good, but the Saints able to corral the rebound. They're going to have a second chance here. On the left wing, Hoylman nearly loses it. Get off to Johnson. Shot clock down to 5 now. Driving away inside for the shot off the glass. That one falls. Brianna Lewis with a nice layup at the end of the shot clock. And now Hamill, skip pass over to Cooper. Now inside to Daniels. Now over back to Cooper in the left wing for 3. Bounces up high. Second bounce doesn't go. And the Saints grab the rebound. Now pushing the pace coming the other way. A 3 from the Saints this time. That one goes. Hoylman on the shot, and that's the first 3 from the Saints as they're cutting the lead down 28-16.
It is great offense there. Drive inside, force the defense to collapse in transition, kick it out to a wide-open three-point shooter. It all starts with being able to move the ball in space off the transition, and you're able to generate nice looks for your team.
And now some substitutions. Laney DeLynn and Tony Coleman check back in for the Titans. As Hamill tries to get it off to Coleman, but is batted away. Coleman able to come away with it, and a foul is called. And the Saints are loving it.
And they're being really aggressive in the backcourt here, double teaming primary ball handlers, forcing these lane guards to make decisions in the backcourt. And while they haven't been able to generate a ton of turnovers, they have been able to make this lane offense slow down and just be sluggish.
And now Johnson with it. Gives it off to Conard. Back to Johnson. Drives her way inside. Left corner. Hoylman from 3. No good off back iron. Daniels able to grab the rebound. And she's corralled by 2 defenders. Tries to get it up. Gives it to Hamill. And she's going to push the pace. Coming up the court. Skip pass to the left corner. From 3, why not? That one's good. Counter for Morgan Cooper.
This all starts with Daniels being double-teamed in the corner, gets it to Hamill, who drives instantly to the basket, forces both defenders to collapse on her, and Hamill had her choice of shooters in both corners. She gives it to Cooper, able to hit that one.
Under a minute now to go in the second quarter. Hoylman, get it off to Johnson. Now in the right corner, wide open is Conard, and that one sails way off. Daniels grabs the rebound. She's going to push the pace up the court. Gives it off to Cooper now on the right wing. Now Hamill, top of the key. Take a 3, why not? That one falls as well. 2 straight 3s from the Titans, and now their lead is up 34-16. Conard has it. Shot clock's turned off. 15 seconds left to go in the second quarter. She's defended by Bella Hamill. Gets it inside to Hoylman, but Coleman tried to knock it away. Hoylman held on to it, and I believe they're going to call a foul on Coleman for that one.
They will. There was some confusion off ball there where both Cooper and Coleman weren't sure who was guarding Coleman, arrives late and commits a foul in the process.
And some quick substitutions here for the Saints as there's 8.7 seconds left to go. Cha-Cha Ramirez checks in. That's Michaela Patterson checking in. Brianna Lewis checked in. And Jackie McCray checked in as well. Now Hoylman's first free throw is good. And a spark of offensive life coming from the Saints at the end of the second quarter, but there's 8 seconds left to go. The second free throw doesn't go. Titans grab it. 5 seconds now. Daniels tries to get it to Hamill. She tries to save it. 2 seconds left to go, and that's going to be the end of the first half here of the Lane women's basketball game against the Mount Hood Saints. What a physical game it's been so far. Titans are able to lead 34-17 as the Saints started to look like they were getting some offense to go in that last couple of minutes.
And the difference right now, the last 2 possessions for Lane on offense, excluding that last final 5 seconds possession, a Cooper 3 and a Hamill 3. Before that, the score was 28-16. Keep in mind, into the first quarter is 20-4, meaning that the Saints had been able to cut into the deficit, had gone on a 12-8 run throughout the entirety of the second quarter, and then just like that, There's a double team in the backcourt. Hamill gets the ball in space, kicks to Cooper for a wide open three. That's 1-3. Next possession, Hamill will sidestep three as well. Those 2 threes have changed the complexion of this game. It went from being, wow, the Saints are really starting to claw into the lead here to, wow, the Titans have them doubled up again. It feels like the same spot. Just 2 heartbreaking threes for the Saints, and if you're the Titans, you're feeling really good right now.
And now that it's halftime, we're going to take a quick break here on the live stream. But don't go away too quickly. Go grab some snacks, use the restroom. Come back in just about 14 minutes. We'll get you with the second half of action here on the Lane live stream. Hello and welcome back to the Lane Community College Women's Basketball live stream. My name is Jacob Slough, joined here by Levi Bergthold. And if you missed the first half of action, it's been pretty physical out here on the court. Lane is currently leading against the Mount Hood Saints 34-17. And what a first half it's been for both teams.
Yeah, per what we've seen for most of the year, Lane came out swinging, jumped out to a 20-4 lead. And then slowly but surely, the Saints kind of crawled back into that. Two really big threes down the stretch by Hamill and Cooper changed the complexion of the game. But everything we've seen from Lane is they are a great first quarter team. They're a great third quarter team. So if you're the Saints, I mean, you're gearing up for one more blast to try to get yourself to stay competitive, to be able to cut into this lead in the fourth. There's a reason the Titans have only lost one game all year. They're extremely talented. They're physical. They're fast. They're good at shooting. There is no real hole in their game. So the Saints are going to be holding on for dear life for the next 10 minutes, trying to keep this one competitive within striking distance in the fourth.
Yeah, and for the Saints, they had some early shooting struggles. I believe at one point in the first quarter, they were shooting as low as 9% from the field. It's been a bit better recently for them. 6 of 33 from the field now at just about 18.2%. Meanwhile, on the other end of the court, the Titans have been shooting 11 of 29. That's 37.9%. And so now the Saints will start with the ball. They're going to be going away from where Levi and I are sitting as the Titans able to steal the ball away, and they're going to be coming towards us. As Coleman skip pass ahead to Shepley from the corner for three. That one's good to start the third quarter.
And that we've said it before, we'll say it again. It all starts with the pressure that Lane puts by going quickly in transition here. They get wide open looks for the team.
Now Johnson trying to answer back, and she does. Back-to-back threes so far from both teams. Let's see how the Titans respond as quickly Shepley gets it inside the ball, but they're going to call a kickball foul on that one.
Konar, great job there. Penetrate inside, kicking it back out. One of the first things you learn in basketball, the Saints had trouble doing that early in the game. They've gotten way better at that. Force the penetration, kick out for threes.
Now Cooper with it on the right corner. Get it off to Shepley. Thought about a three, gives it to Coleman now on the left wing. She drives her way inside. Back to Shepley now. Shot from the elbow, falls. Didn't even move the net on that shot.
Sierra Shepley, I mean, when she gets hot and stretches, and she's looking real good to start the third here.
19-point lead here for the Titans. As the Saints now coming the other way. Conard has it. Gets it to Hoylman. Spinning around. Now hands it off to Johnson. Johnson thought about taking a shot, gives it off to Konar, but she doesn't shoot it, or she doesn't make it, excuse me. Able to get their own rebound. 15 seconds on the shot clock. As Konar loses it, Coleman comes away with it, and the Titans are going to push the pace down the court. Up ahead to Cooper in the right corner. Back now to Shepley on the left wing. Now Hamill has it. Working against her defender, gets a screen from Ball. Decides to use it. Tries to get a skip pass to the corner. Able to find Cooper. Now back to Cooper. Corner three from her. No good off the front of the rim. And the Saints pushing the pace up the other way. Johnson's alone against Cooper, but she doesn't get a shot off. It looked like Cooper able to tap the ball away. And now the Titans are going to have possession here.
Great recovery there by Cooper. Shepley and a couple other players crashed the boards. Gave a fast break opportunity to the Saints. Cooper did a great job getting back in transition, contesting the shot, forced the turnover.
Now Shepley, a quick three from her, and she gets it. 3 threes in a row for Sierra Shepley.
She is feeling it right now. This lead is blown up to 22 points.
Now a three to answer back is good from the Saints. Michaela Patterson on the shot, and the Saints bench is loving it. And Coleman tripped up, gets it to Ball. Now Shepley has it left wing. She's going to take a three, but that one didn't go. A whistle was blown.
Foul was called on Ball. Ball was fouled there. Coleman tripped and just somehow flung the ball in the direction of Ball. Sometimes it's better to be lucky than good. They're able to escape without a turnover there.
And so now Morgan Cooper to inbound for the Titans as the Saints get ready to defend. It looks like they're trying to double team Shepley from getting the ball. Coleman has it, right wing, thought about a three, but now Shepley will take one of her own, and she gets it in. That's 4 threes now for Sierra Shepley to start the second half.
Shepley, running out of words to describe. Every time she gets an open look, though, she's pulling it for good reason. She's on fire.
45-22 is the lead now. as the Saints. Hoylman tries to get it inside, spinning around, but can't find it off the rim. Ball comes down with the rebound, gets it up to Coleman. Hands it off. Shepley again from three. Why not? She cannot miss from the three-point line, and a timeout is called on the court.
Just like that, a 26-point lead. We said the Titans were a first and third quarter team, and they are proving us right. First quarter, 20-4. Third quarter, they are dominating so far on a 14-5 run to blow this game wide open. Sierra Shepley, 20 points, 4 of 5 from 3.
What an amazing showing to start the second half here from Shepley. I mean, this offense was still leading in that first half, but now it feels like the gap has become monumental for the Saints to try to come back in this one. We were talking at the end of the second quarter how there were some sparks of life coming from the Saints, and they were starting to get some offense going, and even in this one, they started to get some threes, but Shepley unable to miss, it feels like, so far to start this third quarter. And is there any way for the Saints to stop this?
I don't know if anyone's figured out quite how to stop Shepley. We see the roll there. I don't know if you can see this in the broadcast, but every time she touches the ball, eyes are at the rim. I mean, she is looking to shoot every time she touches, and for good reason. We said that she can get hot in a hurry, and when she gets hot, she is so hard to stop. 26 points in the deficit. The Saints desperately looking for answers. They're going to need to figure out something on defense and then start scoring in bunches. They've hit a couple threes here. The offense is kind of clicking for the Saints, but the wheels have come off on defense. They need to figure something out.
And so the Saints will attempt to inbound it. 6:53 left to go in the third quarter. As Knutson nearly loses it, tries to hand it off, but knocked away by Coleman, it looked like. Mount Hood will keep possession. Conard gets it on the inbound. On the right wing. Trying to work against Coleman, and Coleman steals it away. It looked like Conard, a little too high of a dribble right there, as now Coleman pushing the pace quickly. Gets it inside the Hamill, but a bit too high. It looked like she was trying to send her an alley-oop. And that one's going to now be for the Saints. Now the Saints coming the other way. Kosmicki hands it off. Knutson driving her way inside off the corner of the glass. No good on that one. And Hamill grabs the rebound. Whistle blown before she could even take a step.
There's a frustration there. Frustration foul there for Knutson. She missed that shot and just turned around, basically hacked Hamill as she grabbed that rebound.
6:17 left to go in the third quarter. Titans are leading 48-22 as ball has it at the top of the key. Gets it to Shepley, and she's immediately double-teamed. She's trapped in the corner and looks like she was pushed.
So held ball there, held ball.
Held ball.
Arrow was pointing towards Lane, but you said, how did they stop Shepley? The second she touched that ball, 2 black jerseys were on her.
So now Coleman at the top of the key. Get it off to Ball. Gets it inside to Hamill. Hamill, who's double-teamed, gets it out now to Cooper. Now Ball, a jumper, grabs her own rebound, puts it back up for second chance points, falls in off the rim. 50 points now for the Titans as Hoylman tries to come the other way. Hands it off to Johnson, driving her way inside, can't get the shot off, and a whistle's blown. They're going to call this one on Morgan Cooper. It's the first foul for the Titans this half, and it was a very physical half in that first quarter. To end that first quarter, the Titans had 10 fouls. The Saints, on the other hand, had 9. It was very physical from both sides.
Both teams really have cleaned up the defense here where they're still putting pressure, but they're not fouling as much. Now, the flip side is both offenses are really rolling here, so maybe the fouls were a necessary evil to kind of put some sand in the gears of the offense. As the fouls have decreased, the offense has increased. And here we're going to see some three-quarter court pressure from the Saints.
And now Cooper, skip pass over to Shepley in the corner. Thought about the three, and he's tripped up. Or maybe slipped. Couldn't quite tell if it was a pushing, but I think that they're going to call it.
They will call this a foul.
A foul, yes.
And if that would have hit Shepley in the hands, that pass, she's pulling from three. That pass was just a hair off the mark. But just a great job getting past the deep backcourt pressure there for the Titans.
Now Ball driving her way into the paint. Spinning around, puts up a shot off the glass, but doesn't fall. Tries to fight for her offensive rebound, but can't get it. And now Hoylman working in the paint. Puts up a shot off the glass. That one rolls in. 25-point deficit now for the Saints as Coleman tries to get it to Shepley, but knocked away by Johnson. Good defensive play to get the hands up and hit the ball away.
Good defensive play indeed, but nice handles from Coleman. You heard some scattered oohs and ahs from the crowd there as Coleman's going behind the back and around the world. Nice moves there. Great defensive recovery to tip that pass out of bounds for the Saints.
And now a timeout on the court. With just under 5 minutes left to go, the Titans are leading 50-25 now. And like we were talking a little bit earlier, it's been a very impressive display from both teams, I would say, coming out in the second half. We saw that the Saints were completely stifled on offense in that first half. They're starting to come alive here in the second half, but the Titans still able to continue to build on into their lead. And Sierra Shepley, what else can we say? She has been the one to be doing it for the Titans.
20 points on 7 of 8 shooting, so remarkably efficient and remarkable scoring performance. The Saints have done better on offense, but the problem is defensively, they've already given up 16 points through 5 minutes of gameplay. To put that in perspective, the first quarter as a whole, they gave up 20. The second quarter whole, they gave up 14. So 16 minutes through half a quarter, they're going to need to figure something out defensively. And we've seen the aggressive double teams whenever Shepley touches the ball. Clearly, the chess match is developing between these two teams.
And now both teams come back out onto the court, so the Titans will be set to inbound. It'll be interesting to see what Greg Shealy, head coach for the Titans, was talking about with his squad because, like we mentioned, Shepley, who's been so hot to start this quarter, was immediately double-teamed as Ball now has it. Gets it to Shepley in the corner, and there's the double team. She fakes the shot, puts up a mid-range jumper, but is fouled. Smart play right there from Shepley, I'd say. She went to the corner knowing that once she got the ball, she'd get double-teamed and immediately went forward to get past the defenders, took a jumper, and even though she was fouled, 2 free throws now coming up for the sophomore. No good on that first one.
A rare miss from Shepley there. She's over an 80% free throw shooter. The number to watch, though, her season high, 24 points, all the way back on December 3rd.
And that second free throw will make it 21 now. So
she is 3 points away from a season high for Shepley.
With 4:40 left to go in this third quarter, Hoylman tries to get it inside. Coleman tries to rip it away, but possession is still going to go to the Saints.
Yeah, held ball there. Just a nice play by Coleman to jump that one. 2 hands on the ball. Doesn't get a possession because of the arrow, but just nice aggressive defense. Titans settling in defensively.
Some substitutions here for both squads. Lane DeLynn checks in for the Titans. Jackie McCray inbounds it into Conard, excuse me. Now Kosmicki with it, driving her way inside, gets a shot up, rolls in off the glass.
Nice physical play to get through DeLynn there. Easily could have gotten the and one as well.
And now Cooper trying to drive her way inside on the right wing. Gets it to the corner. DeLynn, 3-point, and no good. Ref yelling that no shot goes. I believe a foul.
Yeah, they're going to get Sarah Ball off ball for a foul there. Just clearing out space in the most literal sense possible as she was pushing defenders out of the way, out of the basket.
And so she's going to take a quick seat, talk to Greg Shealy as Chloe Daniels is going to check in for the Titans now. Kosmicki's bringing the ball up the court for the Saints. Just about 4:04 left to play. Kosmicki gives it to the left corner. Conard. Now the right wing. Driving away inside. Back up to the top of the key. Now top of the key. Got to take a 3. That one doesn't roll in. McCray was the one on the shot. And now Shepley on the left wing gets the double team. Passes it over to Hamill. Back to Shepley. From 3, hit on the shot, and she still makes it. 3 points and a free throw coming up. So like you mentioned, Shepley now ties her season high of 24 points and could break it now to 25 with this free throw.
And just that ball movement there, she catches the ball, 2 black jerseys swarm her, so she kicks out to Hamill, takes 3 steps inside, and then back out to the three-point line. Defense was slow to recover there. Great off-ball movement by Shepley, gives her the three-point opportunity, and then the strength to finish through contact. She now has a season-high 25 points on the night.
5 of 6 shooting from the three-point line for Sierra Shepley as she's able to steal that ball away. She gets it up ahead, and the pace is going to be slowed down just a little bit. Bella Hamill now has it to Daniels. Hamill's going to take a 3 of her own, and she finds it. It looked like they were screaming to get it to Shepley, but then the ball ends up in Hamill's hands, so she takes the 3 herself, and she makes it.
This Titan offense is clicking on all cylinders right now.
Now shot from the Saints off the glass, no good. Rolls out of bounds, and the Saints will keep possession here. It was Holly Meek on the shot. As the lead now for the Titans, blink and you miss it, it's now 58-27. Now the Saints, Kosmicki has it. Gives out to the right wing. Top of the key now for Meek. Now the right wing once again for Kosmicki. Inside layup is good. And a timeout's going to be called. Greg Shealy wants to talk something over, and it looks like the Titans thought there was a foul on that play.
Yeah, it's been physical. The level of intensity has been stepping up there. Lane's done a great job of defending without fouling. Only a couple fouls in the quarter. Saints have fouled 5 times. We got to talk about Sierra Shepley, though. The offensive showcase she's putting out, 25 points, already impressive enough, but doing 8 of 9 shooting at a remarkably efficient pace is tremendous. The only downside is I just don't know how much longer she'll be in the game. This game well in hand. Their eyes are set in the playoffs, so certainly a bigger, they're viewed a bigger prize than today. She will jog back out in the court. I'm just not sure how much longer we'll be able to see Shepley.
And yeah, you're right. I mean, with the playoffs so close and the championship pretty much their goal for the rest of the season, it'll be interesting to see what the squad lineup will look like in the rest of this game as the Titans coming up the court. Cooper has it on the right wing. Hands it off to Shepley. Now for DeLynn on the right corner. She can't find a 3, but Daniels grabs the rebound. Back to DeLynn. Fakes the 3. Pull-up jumper. Why not? But that one sails over the rim. Shepley a little too aggressive trying to grab the rebound. And they're going to call a foul on her.
Yeah, Sierra Shepley crashing the boards there. She was on the wrong side of the play, so wrong side of the other side of the court. Trying to come in for that rebound, just a touch too aggressive.
Conard will take the ball up the court for the Saints. 2:10 left to play in the third quarter. As Kosmicki has it, on the top of the key, driving away inside. Kicks out to the left corner. Thought about a 3. Now back to Conard. She'll take one, and that one sails just a bit short of the rim and sails out of bounds. And with the impressive shooting from Sierra Shepley, it's feeling like the Saints are having to force 3s. And right there you can see as Shepley drives her way inside, gets it off to Daniels. Nice pass to find the open lane, but Daniels grabs her own rebound, kicks out to DeLynn. Skip pass over. 3 from Hamill is good.
Daniels, the missed shot point blank, but then she gets her in rebounds, develops that play, kicks out. There were 3 open Titans there who could have taken that 3.
And that shot is blocked. Looked like Daniels had her hand on it. As the Saints will try to reset with Kosmicki at the top of the key. She drives her way inside, puts up a shot, but that hits the corner of the rim. Now Hamill pushing the pace up the court, hands it off to Shepley. Now top of the key, DeLynn from 3. Count it for 3 more points.
Shepley's 3-point shooting is contagious. Hamill, she's starting to find a rhythm. DeLynn hits that one. Everyone on the Titans here is feeling it on offense.
Under a minute left to go here in the third quarter. As Kosmicki has it on the left wing. And a skip pass over, stolen away by Hamill. Gets it up for the layup. That one falls. Lainey DeLynn off the amazing pass assist from Bella Hamill.
What isn't working for the Titans here? Hamill, the steal, able to keep that one in bounds. Throws it to DeLynn, able to catch that full head of steam. to the bucket, get the basket to go. They have exploded in this third quarter for 32 points, a 32-12 run in this third quarter. The lead now threatening all the way up to 27 points.
66-29 is the score here. And you're right. Sierra Shepley so far leads the Titans with 25 points. Lainey DeLynn right behind her with 15, and Bella Hamill with 11. Meanwhile, for the Saints, their leading scorer, Kylie Hoylman, has 7 points on 2 of 8 shooting. It has been impressive dominance here from the Titans.
And they're clicking on all cylinders. I mean, there's just no other way to say how dominant they've been. And it starts with Shepley, but it's bled down to the other players. Great job. Penetration inside, fighting for offensive rebound, kicking out to open shooters, and the shooters are hitting their shots.
And now the Saints trying to push it up the court. Conard has the ball. Just about 30 seconds to go. She gets her way into the paint, puts up a shot, rolls around, but is fouled. So 2 free throws will be coming up. Cooper's the one credited with the foul. Conard's first free throw is good. That's good for her first points of the game. So far, she's 0 of 9 from the field. Having a tough outing here against the Titans as that second one falls as well. 2 points now for the freshman guard.
One last possession here for the Titans. Shot clock turned off. Chance to add to the total.
Get it up to Daniels and a quick whistle. As she was fouled practically the second the ball touched her hands.
Yeah, Meek crashed on that one. Went over the back. Instant foul there.
Now Chloe Daniels will line up for some free throws as a squad substitution here for the Saints. Patterson, Hoylman, and Johnson check back in. First free throw rattles in for Chloe Daniels. She's got her second one up and in as well. Good for her 4 points on the game so far. As the Saints will try to inbound it. One more play for them. 27 seconds left to go. Hoylman working against Shepley. At the top of the key, slows it down for their offense. And an inside pass before a whistle's blown. They're going to call this foul on DeLynn.
Titans have scored 34 points in this one. That ties their season high for points in a quarter. The 10th of January, they also scored 34. Just a stupendous number of points to put up in one quarter.
First free throw for Kosmicki is good. And Mackenzie Kosmicki, a very electrifying player for the Saints. As the second one doesn't go, she has tied the season record for their most points scored in the game as Coleman puts up a high arcing shot. That one doesn't fall. 2 seconds left to go. As Konar tries to put up a half-court shot, nearly goes in off the glass, but that will signal the end of the third quarter. 68-32 is the lead for the Titans as we are moving ahead to the fourth quarter.
Well, going into the quarter, we said, hey, Titans are a first and third quarter team. They love to come out swinging, and they did. 34 points in that quarter. Again, ties their season high for points in a quarter. If you're the Saints, your goal was to keep this one competitive going to the fourth. Right now, they're unable to do so as they trail by 36. But if you're the Titans, I mean, is there a better way to send yourself off for the playoffs than this offensive showcase? Everything's clicking on full cylinders here. This is a team that's played 2 games already this week, so you would think they would be a little tired. Both games offensively were a little sluggish, especially Monday, where that game really descended into a slugfest in the second quarter, one that they never really got out of. Hamill and Shepley have both been quiet throughout the week. Hamill's played very well herself, 11 points and 4-9 shooting. But the story is Sierra Shepley, 25 points, 8 of 9 shooting, 5 of 6 from three-point land. I mean, she's been dominant.
Yeah, absolute masterclass, I'd say, from the sophomores is, showing out one last time for their home crowd as both squads are getting prepared for the final quarter of the regular season.
C.R. Shepley committed to Southern Oregon last week. You got to think that coaching staff is feeling really good about that decision.
And now Hamill handed off the ball to the top of the key. Gets it inside back to Hamill, but it's batted away. And Kosmicki stole it. She's driving up, inside pass, back to Kosmicki. Now kicked out to the right corner. Wide open three, sails just a bit over the rim. And the ball batted out of bounds. And they're going to give this one back to the Saints. It was Jackie McCray on the shot. On the inbound, into the paint. Quick shot from Kosmicki, but that one doesn't go off the glass. And now Coleman will push the pace up the court. Now Hamill inside to ball, kicked it back out to Hamill. Now Shepley, back to Hamill. DeLynn takes a three, and that one's just a bit short off the corner of the rim.
Sign of the times, Shepley had a couple inches of airspace. I thought she was going to pull that one. Decides not to. Ends up in the hands of DeLynn, who can't convert.
Now coming up the court for the Saints. Just about 9 minutes left to go in the game. Kosmicki takes a jumper. No good on that one. Ball grabs the rebound. Gives it back to Coleman and a travel on ball. As she tried to get it back to Coleman, I thought she was going to bring that one all the way up the court, but
I think everyone did except for her, and then she stopped and just drug her feet in the process. A wry smile on her face as she commits the turnover.
And so Tony Coleman will take a seat. Maya Adams is going to check in for the first time this game. As Konar gets it into Kosmicki. Now an inside pass to the paint, nearly batted away, but able to be recovered by the Saints. Kosmicki spinning her way into the paint. Kicks out to the left wing for a three, but just short. Hamill now coming the other way for the Titans. Gets it to Dolan. Now Shepley inside to ball. Second pass to the right corner. Adams from three. Why not? What a way to start the quarter as Maya Adams finds the bottom of the net for that one.
And again, the unselfishness of Hamill there. She had an opportunity to take a three. Instead, passed up. Good shot to great shot. Gives Adams the opportunity there, coming off the bench to score her first points of the game.
And that inside layup no good for the Saints. 8 minutes left to go here in the fourth quarter. As Shepley has it at the top of the key. Kicks it out to Adams once again. Now the left wing is Dolan, but whistle blown.
DeLynn coming off the bench has had a pretty heavy workload the last couple games, and again tonight, just seeing a lot of action there. Getting a lot of good shots, good opportunities here on offense.
Some substitutions for the Saints. Hoylman and Knutson check back in as the inbound to Hamill. Nearly stolen away. Wide open shot from Shepley. Of course it's going in. Now quick layup, no good from the Saints. Ball grabs the rebound. They're going to be coming the other way. And she tries to get it to Hamill. Nearly threw it out of bounds. And now Shepley from the corner. Can't quite find it on that one, but Adams grabs the rebound. Now DeLynn, left wing, back to ball. Hamill, top of the key. DeLynn, wide open three. You can count on her to make that one. Another three from the Titans, and a timeout called.
And Shepley's having herself a career night. DeLynn's having herself a real nice night, too, with 18 points. This is the most she scored since January 21st versus Mount Hood. Really feeling this matchup. DeLynn, again, heavy workload, heavier than she's gotten in recent times, and she's converting those looks. She's doing a great job offensively.
Yeah, and it's really interesting to see. It looks like Greg Sheely is trying to get Sierra Shepley to score probably the most points that she can, because as the Titans were coming up the court, they were saying, hurry up. And, even though they're leading 77-33, they want Shepley or probably anyone on their team to just rack up as many points as they can.
Yeah, 44-point lead doesn't deter these Titans. Still being aggressive on defense, still trying to move the pace. I mean, they know how they play, and they play fast, they play hard, and we've seen it again and again. Nothing's going to stop them from doing that. A good portion of the starters are off the court. The sole exception, Bella Hamill still in here in this lineup with 7:11 left to go in the game.
And so Sierra Shepley will take a seat with 7 minutes, 11 seconds left to go in the fourth quarter. It might be the last time that we see her on this court as both teams are getting ready to resume play. So Taryn Powers checked in for Sierra Shepley as Conard is going to take the ball up the court for the Saints. Now Meek at the top of the key. Inside layup, falls off of the glass. Count that one for Meek as Hamill is going to take the ball up the court for the Titans. 6:48 left to play. Delin, inside to ball, back to Hamill. Skip pass over to Adams, wide open in the right corner. Can't find it. Powers able to grab the rebound. No, Hamill, back to Powers in the left corner. Her three doesn't fall. Adams tries to grab the rebound but can't corral it. And the Saints are coming the other way. Knutson hands it off but unable to get the shot from Meek as the Titans get it up to Powers on the left wing. Top of the key for Hamill now. Hands it off to Ball. Now Delin, right wing, thought about a three. Decides to drive in, put up a floater, but that one doesn't fall. Whistle blown on the shot. And it looks like she's going to the line for some free throws.
If you want one stat to really sum up the night tonight, Titans are 15 of 31 for three. That's 48%. Other side of the court, the Saints, 2 of 17 for three, 11%. Titans are shooting a high volume of threes and converting at a very high rate. They are converting threes at a higher rate than field goals. Their field goal percentage for the night, 46%. Their three-point percentage for the night, 48%.
And so, looks like a substitution for the Saints. As Meek is going to take a seat, Michaela Patterson will check back in as Delin gets ready for her 2 free throws. First one falls. Count her at 19 points now on the game. This will make her 20th if she makes it. And she does. Rattled in off the side of the rim, and now 2 20-point scorers for the Titans.
Delin season high, 24 points. And that was an exhibition match as well.
Now Johnson thought about a three at the top of the key. Gets it inside to Patterson, but she's blocked, and they're going to call a travel on her.
So this is now the season high for Delin in a non-exhibition match. So she heads to the bench to a hearty round of applause. 2 season nights for Shepley and Delin.
Chloe Daniels, the one to check in for the Titans now, as Adams gives it to Hamill. Now in the left corner, Adams was open but decides to pass it. Now in the right corner, no, this is Adams, excuse me, it was Powers originally as Chloe Daniels. Up and under, fouled on the shot, and she finds the bottom of the net. So free throw coming up now for Chloe Daniels.
The Titans are on a 13-2 run here. Start with the fourth. Someone needs to tell them that they're up by 40.
And the free throw is no good, but Hamill able to grab the rebound. 5:30 left to play as she gets it wide open the right wing. Of course it goes in. Bella Hamill from 3 once again, and the lead is just piling on. 84-34 as a timeout's on the court.
A 50-point lead for the Titans. Bella Hamill ahead of the bench. That might be the last we see of her on this court. A tremendous career here from her, and I'm sure we're going to hear her name a lot at Matthew Knight.
And so Molly Nelson will check in for the Titans in her first appearance of the game as Conard in the right wing. Gives off to Kosmicki. On the right corner, Hoylman. And a pass to the top of the key. Nearly lost, but Conard able to reach it. 3 seconds on the shot clock. Have to get a shot off, and they don't even get the chance.
Hounding defense for the Titans here.
And so now Peyton Sheridan will check in for Morgan Cooper. And with 4:54 left to go, the Titans will continue their offense. It's now Adams at the top of the key. Gets it inside to Daniels. Hands it off to Powers. Now Sheridan inside to Daniels. Back out to three from Adams is good.
And the entire Lane bench on their feet, encouraging their teammates, the team camaraderie, the team spirit for this squad, shining through at every moment.
Johnson floater rattles in around the rim. That one's good. The lead is still 87-36 as a skip pass up ahead. Adams now has it. Now Daniels, top of the key. Hands it off to Sheridan. Back to Daniels. Now back to Sheridan. And now left corner, Powers has it, nearly lost it. Inside pass to the paint. Now Molly Nelson is swatted away, but is fouled on the shot. A little too aggressive right there on the block attempt from McCray. And Nelson will go to the line for her free throws.
I love that energy from McCray there. She closed that out, swatted it into the stands. Unfortunately, caught hand in the process.
Nelson's first free throw hits the front of the rim. No good on that one. Second free throw rattles in, and she's got one more. (88-36) is the score for the Titans. The third free throw, doesn't fall.
Really nice to see Molly Nelson score there. It's her first points on February 4th, so really nice to see her in the game, getting some game time going for her.
As Kosmicki just throws it up, somehow finds its way into the rim. Still a 50-point deficit here for the Saints. As Sheridan kicks it to Adams. On the left wing, a three from Powers. Doesn't fall. Daniels able to grab the rebound, kicks it out to Adams. She drives her way inside for a jumper, and that one's good. A skip pass up ahead for the Saints. A layup off the glass falls from McCray, and the Titans going to come back the other way. Sheridan kicks it to Adams on the right wing. Now Daniels. Try to hand it off to Sheridan. Looks like it was tapped away, so the Titans will keep possession here with about 2:57 left to play. Now Daniels, top of the key, gives it to Adams. Back to Daniels. Now the left corner for Sheridan from three is no good. Daniels corrals the rebound. Up at the top of the key for Adams. Molly Nelson from the corner. Drives her way inside, tries to kick it to Daniels, but a little too low. 10 seconds on the shot clock. As Adams now gets it inside to Daniels. Spinning around her defender, off the glass and good. Nice little spin move right there from Chloe Daniels. Now the Saints, 2:18 left to work, and Daniels smacks that one away.
This might be the loudest we've heard this gym all year. This crowd, this team is feeling it.
Saints to inbound, get into the right corner. McCray from three, rolls over, and Sheridan grabs the rebound. 2:11 left to play. Lane is leading 92-40 as Sheridan takes a jumper, and that one sails a bit short. Molly Nelson tries to bat it in, but I don't think they said she got it in time, so the Saints will have possession here.
Titans have a chance to get to 100 here in the next couple minutes. I mean, this offense, I think, has to strike some fear into whoever they draw in that first round of the playoffs.
Minute 54 left to go. Spin move from Conard is good off the glass. Fouled on the shot, so she's going to go to the line for an and one. And so the foul is going to be called on Maya Adams. So Conard, who has 4 points on the night, is unable to convert the and one. Sheridan will grab the rebound and take the ball up the court for the Titans. On the right corner for Nelson, driving her way into the paint. Kicks it out to Sheridan. Now to Powers, left corner, doesn't decide to take the three. Now Nelson, right wing. Back to Adams. Gets a screen from Daniels. Kicks it out to the left corner for Sheridan. Now a jumper from her is no good off the corner. Unable to grab their own rebound, and the Saints will come the other way. Minute 17 left to go, as that pass right there from Conard is stolen away. Sheridan taking the ball up the court, and it looked like McCray just kind of shoulder checked Sheridan as she was coming up the court.
I think what's even more impressive is that it wasn't like the Titans were able to generate that big of a turnover margin. Only +2 in that category. Say it's 16 turnovers, Titans 14 turnovers. The difference is, off those 14 turnovers, the Titans only gave up 2 points. Off the 16 turnovers they generated 21 points. They've been able to recover from their mistakes so well today.
Second free throw from Sheridan is good. Now the lead is extended 93-42 here as we tick towards the final minute of the regular season for the women's basketball team. Conard now driving her way inside. Her shot, no good. Fouled on the shot.
Just to follow through at that point, they've been able to recover so well from their mistakes, and they've been able to pounce on the mistakes of the Saints at every stage tonight.
Now some substitutions for the Saints here in the final minutes. Sydney Knutson, Brianna Lewis, and Michaela Patterson check in. First free throw goes. Now the lead is cut down to 50, 93-43. Second one falls as well. And now Cha-Cha Ramirez will check in for the Saints. .58 seconds left to go. Clock is ticking down as Sheridan has it for the Titans. Now Adams on the right wing. Finds Daniels. Hands it off to Sheridan. Kicks it to Powers in the left corner. Inside to Daniels now. Back out to Powers. Now Molly Nelson wide open from the right wing. Can't find it off the right back of the iron. Peyton Sheridan grabs the rebound, able to get the second chance points off the glass. 25 seconds left to go here in regulation. Shot clock is turned off. As the Saints will take a three. That one goes in and out. Able to be rebounded by the Titans. 15 seconds left to go now. Now Maya Adams has it. 10 seconds left to go. Gets it to Molly Nelson in the right corner. Gets it up to Daniels. And she's swarmed by two defenders. 2 seconds left to go. They won't even get the shot off. And that's the game. What a way to finish the regular season as the Titans handle the Saints 95-44.
Dominance, dominance, dominance. That's the story of this game. To take you back to about a minute left in the second quarter, Saints had cut it, within single digits. It felt like they were getting close. A three from Cooper, a three from Hamill to end the half. And then in the third quarter, the Sierra Shepperly show. She puts on absolute dominant showing, drops 28 points, a season high. Lady DeLynn, a season high of 20 points herself. This team is clicking on all cylinders going into the playoffs, which do tip off March 8th through 10th. That's the Women's Sweet 16 and an Elite 8 rounds. You got to feel good if you're going to the playoffs on this type of showing.
Yeah, it's the biggest momentum builder here for the women's, but that's all the time we have here. We're going to take a quick break, but don't leave for too long. The men will be back here on the live stream in just a little bit to take on the Saints themselves. But we're going to take a quick break here on the Lane live stream.